words of wisdom for you. After Against All Odds, when I get my hand raised, I'm going to send you back where you belong. To mid-card status.
Oh, come on.
Disrespect.
Yeah, there's your mid-card status, Jarrett.
What was Jarrett thinking? Like I said, obviously, when Sting pinned him, he still hadn't recovered from it. And there he goes. Oh, wait a minute, there's Monty Brown.
Here comes the alpha male, Jeff Jarrett's associate, to hit the ring and to give Jarrett the numbers game with the 2-on-1 beatdown. Rhino! The man beast, the war machine, unloading on the alpha male. There goes Jarrett out to the floor, courtesy of the clothesline.
There goes Monty, and you see Christian and Rhino standing tall, right there in the middle of the ring. Oh, that had to feel good.
And did you see this? Yes, Christian Cage and the man beast, the war machine, Rhino in the middle of the ring, and their eyes both made contact, and then they both looked down at that contract, that black contract on for the NWA World's Heavyweight title shot at Against All Odds. Jarrett signed one half. Oh, that's interesting. What?
Oh, what's the Monster Abyss doing in here? This thing going 2-on-1 on him. Everybody wants to find out whose name is on that contract.
Outside on the floor, Christian Cage and Jarrett battling. Now, it's Rhino and Abyss. Cage has got Jarrett reeling up the entrance ramp. Alpha male Monty Brown in the ring.
Well, he's going to look down, I think, and find out what this is all about.
Monty Brown looking at the contract as well. You talk about friends and foes alike that have their sights on the contract for the title match. We'll see you next week on Impact for Sting's major announcement. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels for the X Division title. And still to come on Impact, Sting speaks live in the Impact Zone. But up next, one-on-one, Rhino versus Abyss.
Hey,
I got a little business proposal I'd like to talk to you about.
Oh, who's this?
Oh, wait a minute. It's the Monster Abyss.
He's got him choked. Oh, and throttled and drives him down with the choke slam.
The trials and tribulations that you face are nothing compared to the hardship that Abyss has had to endure. Abyss has you scheduled for extinction.
I will cut you in half with a door.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. That is a final resolution rematch. About to make his way to the ring, accompanied by James Mitchell. This is the Monster Abyss.
You heard it from Jeremy Borash, our ring announcer. You saw it documented in the history package just prior to this matchup. Yes, this is a return match from our final resolution pay-per-view. It's 6 feet 8, 350 pounds of a steel chain carrying monster named Abyss, accompanied to the ring by James Mitchell. But Don, he's going to have to face a man beast. He's going to have to face a war machine.
Introducing his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, the Man Beast, Rhino.
A man being bent on revenge after what happened in Final Resolution. He went into the black hole slam. You know, he hasn't thought about anything other than that. And I'm telling you, Rhino has been thinking about Abyss every single moment of the day.
Yeah, it was a black hole slam, but remember, because of Mitchell and because of Abyss, they had the steel chair stacked in the ring. And yes, he caught him with that patented move, the black hole slam right into the steel chairs. Yes, and he got the win, but remember, Rhino has the gore to answer.
You better believe it, and if I'm James Mitchell, I stay out of Rhino's way because, you know, he's got him targeted himself. Nice kick right there by Rhino.
Oh, man.
Shoulder block.
Shoulder block, perfectly placed, right into the midsection. That'll take your wind away from you. Quick reversal, however, by Abyss, who charges in. Rhino gets the shoulder right into his chest again.
Well, he eats the elbow again right there. That would send him all the way back. Oh,
wow!
The power of Rhino.
Belly to belly belly suplex. That's 350 pounds that he just took right into the air and drove right back down to the canvas. He's going to go for it. Oh, he went for the gore, but check out the monster. Abyss rolls out to the floor. Abyss and Mitchell are going to regroup. We're coming right back with more of this matchup. The matchup between the man on the offensive, Rhino, and Abyss on a night, yes, when we will hear from Sting for the first time on a national wrestling program in 5 years. What about this has been done so brutal, so physical from the opening bell, and all through the commercial break as Abyss gets the big boot right into the face of the man beast.
Well, when you put these two together, it's just a brawl. It's a war between these two, the two monsters, as they just have so similar styles. And you see Dave Hebner again.
Again?
This is just getting weirder and weirder by the moment, as Dave Hebner just seems to be looking around. I didn't see him taking notes this time, but he's obviously checking everything out. And there he is again.
Well, we know he's associated with TNA management on some level. We need to get to the bottom of that. Oh, man, just as Rhino tries to mount an offensive, Abyss cuts him off with a knee right into the gut.
You can hear that crowd trying to get him fired up again and again. Abyss, another right there that sends him back down, putting his neck against the ropes, and that'll cut his oxygen off in a hurry.
How often does the War Machine, the man beast Rhino, go into a matchup where he's outweighed by 80 pounds? And Rhino's a 270 pounder, 6 feet 2 inches tall. But Abyss has an 80-pound weight advantage at 350.
You know, you just said it right on the head right there, Mike. Rhino is such a big guy. But when you realize how big Abyss is when you see him actually tower over, man, he just sent him right into there. And you see there, good father, James Mitchell right there giving him a detonation sign.
Yeah, that's the doomsday signal. He just set off the detonator. He has that communication with the monster Abyss like no one we've ever seen before. There's some way that he's able to communicate to him through hand signals, through words, but he gets through to Abyss.
Yeah, he does. He's found a way to get through that tunnel vision that Abyss has and get him in the direction he wants. As you saw Rhino try to pick him up. Oh, look at this spine buster.
Wow. What a feat of strength that was, especially at this point in the matchup, to take Abyss up into the air and power him right down to the mat with the spine buster.
You can hear that crowd calling for the gore. This is a chance for him right here as he's winding up. If he can hit it, oh, but he misses. And Abyss sends him flying over the top of the rope.
Well, you're right. He not only moved out of the way, but he took Rhino by the head, tossed him out to the concrete, out here on the arena floor. This is where it gets dangerous, especially with Mitchell out here, and especially with things like this with the steel chair. And be careful, they're right out here in front of
man! Right in front of us as he just jams him with that chair. Oh, and then he pokes it in at him again. No, man!
Waffles him. Repeated shots with the steel chair across the back, and then you're right, Don. He took the pointed edge of the chair and stuck it right into his middle. Referee Andrew Thomas intimidated there by the monster Abyss. He's letting him go at it here, and you've got to appreciate that.
Well, I'm not going to get in the middle of those two.
You kidding?
Oh, look at Rhino! One right-handed shots! Another one! As he's just going right at Abyss.
We're going to try and follow this. We've got our cameras positioned all throughout the impact zone. I think he just used a trash can right there, and Abyss just goes down in a heap.
I'll tell you what, it's just become a fight right here, and that's what it is when these two get together. And man, look at it. You see Rhino over there just throwing stuff out of the way over there against that wall.
Yeah, he's moving furniture around and ends up with a steel chair in his hands. Oh, that's the way you answer those previous chair shots. One big one to the top of the head.
Oh man, you can see he's got another garbage can right there. As you see Abyss getting to his feet. Oh, what a shot by the garbage can.
And Abyss, he was leveled with that one to the head. The referee, Andrew Thomas, has stepped aside. What did he say?
He said gore.
That's what I thought he said.
Gore. Where's he going to gore him into?
Gore him. Abyss to his feet.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, my God.
Right through the wall.
He gored him right through the wall.
Unbelievable.
Throw it out.
Throwing it out.
Referee Andrew Thomas has ruled this a no contest matchup.
I mean, that's all you can do at this point.
Oh,
both men are down, both men are out.
Medic just tore the building up back there. What do you do? They went right through the wall. Hurry! We gotta see that again if it's possible, gang.
God, what a shot that was.
I mean, right back to where everybody is. Is there? You can see him check on everybody. Can we see that? Yeah, man, we've got to take a look at that replay. Here it is. The gore by Rhino all the way through the wall. Second to the announcer. There's another angle. Unbelievable. He just took it right to the wall. That's coming from the other side. Oh, man, it's the gore just put up.
Paramedics coming to check on the condition of the two warriors. Rhino and Abyss. Incredible matchup. It's the only thing you could do. You had to rule it a no contest. Wow.
Wow, the fans felt that AMW and Team 3D will eventually happen, but it's Team Canada that's got to be dealt with first. What they did was inexcusable. What they did is unforgivable, and Team 3D is going to go for it.
How about the word from TNA management that also went against all odds? It will be the War Machine Rhino one-on-one against the Monster Abyss, but they're going to turn him loose. And against all odds, it's falls count anywhere.
I saw last week what can happen when these two get together. We saw him when Rhino scored him right through the wall. You can't control these two. Look at the War Machine right there. Just beating up on Kenny King right now. You cannot control those two when they get together. It's got to be falls count anywhere. They're going to tear it up against the line.
And how about the shocking announcement last week on Impact that Sting has retired from professional wrestling?
I'll tell you something. It's one of those situations. Oh, man, what a shot by Rhino. One of those situations, I think, where the feeling was so good to him, he realized it'll never be like that again. And you talk about going out on top. That's every athlete's dream, to go out on top.
Kenny King fired off into the ropes. King able to land on his feet and avoid the contact as Rhino went for the clothesline. A kick just grazed him and checked that spine buster out.
That's what happens when you don't hit that kick clean. If he hits him in the head, he's going to have Rhino reeling. By barely missing like that, it allows Rhino to grab that spine buster. And as athletic as Kenny King is, there's nothing you can do. And oh no, he's setting him up.
Impact zone, they're chanting. Championship committee.
All the things that he's put up with, the size and wow, what a look at this, man. Rhino is just calling for Abyss. He wants it right now, and here he comes.
Hey, he spots the alpha male over the top rope, out to the floor, challenges Abyss to come into the ring, and now it's Bonnie Brown and Rhino battling.
And you saw Ron the Truth Killings come off the top ropes there and take it to Abyss, and it's just all broken loose right now.
Watch the
Truth! Oh, he hits it perfectly.
Oh, man, sensational flip dive, bodies all over the impact zone. What? We need to take a commercial break. More of our tag main event when we return. And welcome back, everyone, to Impact. Tag team main event matchup. Ron the Truth Killings drops down and avoids the contact from the Monster Abyss and then catches him out of nowhere with the leg lariat. Truth in. Oh, man, perfectly placed. Headbutt, and the Monster's in trouble.
You know, I look at this match right now as I watch the Truth go for the pin, and I think to myself, he's the most focused right now in this match because all he's got to concentrate is on this match. You know, Abyss and the War Machine Rhino are thinking about tomorrow night in the Falls Count Anywhere. You know, Bonnie Brown is thinking about that world title match between Christy Cage and Jeff Jarrett, and this gives the Truth a chance to focus on the job at hand.
No one in professional wrestling does 3-hour pay-per-views like TNA. Your opportunity to view the next one. It's tomorrow. It's against all odds. The 3 title matchups and so more as Ron the Truth Killings just took down the alpha male.
I'll tell you what, he's on fire. It just doesn't matter which one comes at him. He's taking him down. And here's a guy that's reinvented himself. Somebody that left the crew and he couldn't deal with the tension between BG James and Conan and Jim James. And he's his own man right now, and he's finding a new path, and you can see he's just got to drive.
Abyss rocked as Killings connects with the kick, and now the Truth with the corner mount, raining in those right hands to the side of the head, but here comes the alpha male to cut him off. Oh! Dropped him down. Throat first, the windpipe making contact with the cable and then the big boot from Abyss.
That's just a combination that no man can handle by himself, and it was too much around the two killings. As Monty Brown and Abyss seem right now to get a little bit more focused on the task at hand.
I know you were talking about Christian Cage and Jeff Jarrett for the title as the pin attempt by the Alpha Male. No, leads to a near fall. Christian Cage is doing everything within his power, Don, to make sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's dotted. He's been meeting with TNA management for several hours behind closed doors.
Oh yeah, he knows how important this is, as you saw right there, the backbreaker by Monty Brown and then the power of Monty Brown, but he knows how important this match is. He knows what Jeff Jarrett's capable of. He knows what Jeff Jarrett will do to win, and I think that Christian Cage doesn't want anything to happen to foil his destiny.
Pin attempt now. Alpha Male covers the truth, but Killings kicks out at 2 to avoid the 3 count. Barely. Truth sent face first into the top turnbuckle, and now the Alpha Male is going to fire him across. Tag in to Abyss, and of course with James Mitchell at ringside directing traffic, he's that one individual that just seems to be able to be on that same wavelength with the monster Abyss.
Well, he's going to have to get on that wavelength as true as he's ever gotten on it tomorrow night, because the War Machine has been thinking about Abyss for a long, long time, and wow, that hurts. Yow, mama.
It's Falls Count Anywhere tomorrow and Against All Odds when Abyss faces Rhino, and now Abyss tags in the Alpha Male. Opportunity here for Monty Brown, the man who envisions himself, fancies himself as the next contender to face the winner of Jeff Jarrett and Christian Cage, Alpha Male. Big swing and a miss with the clothesline. That baby didn't miss. Elbow right into the chest.
Oh, close right there. We talked about so much tomorrow night. We talked about the Heavyweight Championship. Of course, the X Division title on the line. Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles. That match alone was the price of admission. I mean, think about it. Chris Davis Sunday does get a shot at America's Most Wanted for the Tag Championships. You've got Falls Count Anywhere, LAX, the James Game. I mean, Against All Odds is wrapped up to be one heck of a pay-per-view.
Well, you're not kidding. Shaping up to be yet another incredible 3-hour pay-per-view. TNAWrestling.com has all the details. That's our website. You don't want to miss it. Killing's going to try and mount an offensive. First, it's the elbows. Then, a couple of right hands to the side of the head. But Alpha Male still in charge here. Missed the clothesline, but that didn't miss. Truth on target. But boy, he's spent.
He is. He's been out there an awful lot. He's giving up a lot of weight in both Monty Brown and the Monster Abyss. He's got to get the War Machine back in the ring right here. Rhino's got his hand out. Rhino dying to get in, and this is the chance right here. There he goes across the ring, and he does it.
Tag is in. War Machine, the legal man. Lariat drops Monty Brown. Then catches him with the elbow. Alpha Male shot up into the corner. Puts the shoulder right into the midsection of the former NFL linebacker.
So look at this. He's got, Spinebuster, and he nails it. Wow.
Powered him down with the Spinebuster. And they're chanting for the gore in the impact zone. Look out, here comes Abyss. Here's the exchange. Right hand. From both of these men, the War Machine and the Monster battling out. A little preview of tomorrow and Against All Odds.
Oh, that's just going to be nothing but a brutal, vicious, bloody battle. And you see a both go flying over the top rope and out of the ring, and now it's Monty Brown of the Truth.
The tag was made, and now it's Killings and Brown. The Truth and the Alpha Male. Truth shot off into the ropes.
Alpha Bomb!
Alpha Bomb is what he says. Picks him up. Killings trying to fight it off. It does.
Oh, that's what you got to do. He just kept the blows going. Oh! Nice shot right there by the Truth. Can he get up and capitalize on it?
Meanwhile, outside the ring, you see Rhino and Abyss exchanging right hands. There's just no way that the ring is going to be able to contain these two. They just tossed him over the guardrail.
I don't even know if the Impact Zone can contain these two. These guys don't have any idea where they're at when they're together. They just go wherever the fight takes them.
And check this out. The fight between these two, between Rhino and Abyss, has now gone out into the crowd area at the Impact Zone. James Mitchell, fans as well, following the two as they battle outside the arena, outside of the building.